Hi guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome to Stephanie's Journey. For those of you who are here for the very first time, welcome. And for those of you returning, welcome back. Today I am going to talk about what I am going to be planting in my fall garden. I'm going to start some seeds here in the next week. So I just wanted to give you guys a preview of what it is that I'm going to be planting. First and foremost, I'm going to start off with carrots. I have harvested some carrot seeds. I have a video of that. I'll link it here. I don't know which side it goes on. I think it goes on this side. But I'm going to start off. I'm going to plant some additional carrots in my garden. I'm going to plant the seeds that I harvested in one spot. And then I'm going to plant some seeds that I purchased in another and see the difference on how they do in the garden. So I know if me collecting my seeds worked better than the seeds that I purchased as opposed to the ones that I grew. Secondly, I am going to start with some radishes and beets. Beets is a cool weather crop, although I'm growing beets now in the summer. They're not getting as big as they normally would, I think, in the cooler months, but I'm growing them and I'm growing them successfully, so there is that. So I'm going to start beets and radishes. I have some just from the Dollar Tree, a bunch of them from the Dollar Tree. And I also have some turnips and radishes that I grow as well. I eat the radish greens, so they could be considered in my greens category, but I plant both and grow. And I plant the radishes and eat the bulb as well as the leaves. I have yellow beets. I also have red beets, so I'm going to plant those. And then my favorite radish is the watermelon radish, so I'm going to plant all three of those. And then I have some other ones that I got from this is rutabaga. I haven't grown rutabaga before. I thought it was radish or turnips, but it's not. But I do have rutabaga. I got some from In My Gardener, and then I got some from Free Heirloom Seeds. So I'm going to try and grow those as well because they all fit in the same category with that radish and turnips and beets. I have them all in the same thing. And I also have some wasabi, which is a radish, spicy, but I may try that as well. Also greens, I am going to plant some collard greens, a bunch of collard greens, a bunch of dino kale, and then I'm going to plant some curly kale. I got the scarlet red, and then I got some from Free Heirloom Seeds. I also saved some mustard greens that I saved from my seeds, and I have these, and I think I saved these from these. I'm not sure, but I'm saving a bunch of my own seeds just to have. This is the dino kale, and this is the curly kale, and then I have a few collard greens and some chard. That's what I'm going to plant. As far as the greens category goes, I don't think I'm going to be planting anything else other than I may plant a little bit of spinach. I'm not for sure. I may plant some spinach as well as a little bit of Swiss chard. I love spinach, but as far as the bang for my buck, I don't get a lot of spinach where I can have it for storage for later because it cooks down so little. For my brassicas, I have broccoli and cauliflower as well as kohlrabi. So that's what I'll be planting. I got some kohlrabi from Free Heirloom Seeds. This is broccoli. I know I got some kohlrabi in here too, but I'm going to plant some broccoli. I got different varieties of broccoli that I purchased. Most of them are the Della Sisico. I don't know how you pronounce that, but most of them are those. And then I have some Brussels sprouts. I'm going to start those. Some of these you don't start until September, but I'm going to start them earlier, a little bit earlier than that. I'm going to start them in August. The weather is still a little crazy, so we'll see how that goes. If I have to start them again, I will. But I just want to get them started enough in case we have a early frost this year and stuff gets damaged. I want them to be well established. I also have different types of cabbage. that I'm going to try to grow as well. So I got the Jersey cabbage. This is the Charleston Wakefield cabbage. And then I got a bunch of cabbage, different varieties of cabbage that I got from Free Heirloom Seeds. I'll leave the video there so you can see specifically which ones I got. But it looks like I have about 4 or 5 of them, as well as pak choy and bok choy. They all are cabbages, and then some kohlrabi. This is my kohlrabi. I thought it was in the other one, but it's in here with the cabbages. So that's what I'm going to plant as far as my cabbage and brassicas. I'm also considering planting some peas. My friend gave me some, I think she said they were crowder peas, or whichever one, she's Jamaican, whichever the one they make the peas and rice out of. And I'm thinking they're crowder peas, but they may be something different. But she gave me some of those, so I'm going to plant those. And then I have some snow peas. And then I have some Tom Thorn dwarf peas that I'm going to put in my green stock to see if I like them, because I do not like peas. I like snow peas, but I do not like regular green peas. So I said I was going to get some, grow them, and try them for myself. I have these, and then I have the sugar and snap peas. So I'm going to try these two. I'm going to plant 1 or 2 seeds of each to see if I like it, because I don't want to take up a lot of space if it's something that I do not care for. So that is what I'm going to try. And then the last thing that I'm going to plant is lettuce. I do not have a lot of varieties of lettuce because it doesn't grow well for me because it gets too hot too fast. So I usually just use a red Russian kale or something like that as the lettuce, or spinach as a lettuce blend when I'm doing lettuce. What I've usually been growing is this salad bowl lettuce, but my favorite lettuce is the Bibb lettuce. I have not gotten it to grow well here at all for me. It bolts too fast. So maybe if I'm trying to grow it in the fall, I'll get it to grow better. And then this is some mixture that in my garden sent me. It is probably the same thing, either this salad bowl lettuce or, does it say? Yep, it's salad bowl lettuce too. So both of these are the same thing. I prefer the Bibb lettuce, butter crunch lettuce, and I do eat what is that long lettuce? Romanian. I eat that as well. So I probably get a pack or 2 of seeds of each one of those. I already started some onions, so I'm going to transplant those. I will probably also drop some more seeds for onions in the ground because onions tend to be iffy as well. They grow better if you start them in the cooler months as opposed to the hot heat of the summer. So we'll see. We'll start some of those as well. I do have my book, my farmer's book that I have, and I keep my notes in it of what to grow. This is I got this from the Farmer's Almanac, I do believe, but it tells you the exact dates of when to start stuff, whether it's like August, July said Brussels sprouts start July 10th through the 24th. So yes, I'm starting them right now. I guess I should have already started them, but today is the 20th. Cauliflower all in July as well. So check your area. I'm in zone 8A in the Atlanta, Georgia metro area. It varies depending upon where you live. So I would check your almanac based on your zip code to see what it is, the Farmer's Almanac, to see what it is that you should be growing and when in your specific area. But for me, this is the things that I can start growing in my area. And I would encourage you to start looking at what you're going to plant in your fall garden and where. Start getting your garden cleaned up from some of that summer stuff that you can no longer use because of the heat or it's gone past its season, to pull it up and start getting your ground fertilized and ready for your fall garden. So that is it for what I have for today. I thank you guys for stopping by my channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you all in my very next video. Bye-bye.